Hi again, everyone, and welcome in to Cincinnati Bengals Talk. I'm James Rapien of BengalsTalk.com here at Bengals practice, where, as you can see, they're still practicing behind me. And well, they were breaking in the new turf today. Unfortunately, we had a serious injury that I'm going to get to in just a second, or at least an injury that appeared to be serious. I don't want to assume that it was really serious for Charlie Jones, but more on that in just a second. A quick reminder that our training camp reports right now have been brought to you by Rivertown Inquiry. Go there now, rivertowninquiry.com. Get a cool CBT hat and get 15% off everything at rivertowninquiry.com, or mention it in store with code CBT throughout training camp. And let's get into it here. I'm not trying to show you practice because, quite frankly, I'm not allowed, but I did want to show you the new turf that debuted today. And unfortunately, the storyline is going to be about Charlie Jones' injury. And Charlie Jones was carted off during a 7-on-7 period. I will get to some practice takeaways in just a second. Practice is wrapping up. This is the final team period of the session. But the reason I'm off center, again, I want to show you part of the turf here. And at the same time, I'm not allowed to show you practice. And now that they've moved down to the red zone, I can go back to center. Point is, though, Charlie Jones carted off the field today. He suffered what appeared to be a non-contact knee injury. We'll see, but whether it was me or other observers here just talking about it after the fact, it looked pretty serious. The body language around it was pretty serious. He was carted off the field. Hopefully not. Hopefully it wasn't anything too serious, and it's more of a scare than anything else. But Charlie Jones, who has had a really good camp, who I think would have been a big part of this offense this year, and certainly the starting punt returner, would have been a huge part of this team, is now a question mark. And again, hopefully they take him back there. They realize that everything's okay and that it's just a slight sprain or slight tweak, and it was more of a scare than anything. Stuff like that happens all the time. At the same time, certainly noteworthy, and kind of the story of today's practice. I think up to this point, the defense has won today, and DJ Turner had an interception in team drills after Charlie Jones went down. And I think that kind of set the tone, because the Bengals, they started team drills 11 on 11 in the red zone. The offense scored really quickly. Then the defense got a stop. And so it was kind of 50-50. And then they broke off into 7-on-7. And the linemen were doing one-on-one drills. And when Charlie Jones went down during those 7-on-7s, the momentum has kind of shifted. And I think the offense has kind of taken a backseat to the defense. Burrow threw an interception to it was intended for Trenton Irwin, hit DJ Turner instead. Deep ball where Irwin just couldn't catch up to it. DJ Turner was able to catch up to it. Trey Hendrickson, pretty noteworthy, making his return. He practiced yesterday, but making his return today to team drills. Tipped the pass, got his hand out, and tipped a Joe Burrow pass that was intended for Trenton Irwin as well. And so, yeah, it's been a weird practice, and the Charlie Jones news certainly hangs over things a bit. A couple of other injury updates, and obviously we will keep you up to date when it comes to Charlie Jones. But McKinley Jackson is week to week, according to Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. They've brought in multiple defensive linemen. All of those details posted at BengalsTalk.com. Jay Tufele back at practice as well, a defensive tackle. So with Dominique Davis dealing with an injury, Jay Tufele had been dealing with an injury, and then you have McKinley Jackson as well dealing with an injury, and it's like, all right, it's time to bring some more bodies in. And so they've been able to do that ahead of Saturday's preseason game. I will give you a complete breakdown on Friday of what I'll be watching for on Saturday night when the Bengals open up here at Paycor Stadium against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Joe Burrow set to start. A lot of starters set to start. T. Higgins, by the way, not participating today. I think it's because he's going to get some team reps on Saturday, and he had a great practice yesterday. But I will give you a look. Again, you can see the B. I'll show it to you real quick, the new turf here. It is vibrant. It is bright. It looks awesome. Haven't been on it yet, but hopefully the Bengals are able to have a lot of success on this turf as we await more on Charlie Jones. Again, has had a great camp and really hard worker, in better shape, stronger, mentally more ready than he was last year. He's grown in a bunch of different ways, and you just really hope that it was a not so serious injury that just looked kind of serious today. at Paycor Stadium. We will keep you up to date on that and so much more. Again, get to rivertowninquiry.com. Use code CBT for 15% off. For Andrew Fox-Miller, I'm James Rapien. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing to Cincinnati Bengals Talk.